All right, are we live now? You guys see me? Hello? Am I able to go through to you guys? Still trying to get the hang of it. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys see me or not. All right, thank you, Bone. Thank you for letting me know. What's up, everybody? This is my first ever live stream here on my channel on YouTube. Yeah, I'm still trying to get the hang of it. Thank you, Bowen. It's actually 400, not 300, but I know your heart's in the right place. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I don't know how many are going to show up today. If the two people are here that I know are here, that's great. That's cool. No problem. We'll have a good time. If more people start showing up, that's awesome too. Let's have a good time. Let's just talk. I'm just, enjoying some football right here on the TV. Got the Giants, the Niners and the Seahawks playing. What's up, Tom? Tom, how you doing? Santa Tom. Yeah, I got the Seahawks and Niners playing right now. That's going to be normally it'll be a good game, but I don't know. I don't know. The Seahawks can be up and down this year a lot. So let's see how this plays out. It could be another blowout win for the Niners. I hope not, because who wouldn't want to see the Niners lose? It's all right, Bowen. Not too bad. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, 14-3 lead for the Niners. You don't like seeing that? Who likes Niners? No one does. Come on now. Thank you, Tom, for the Spider-Man love, Spider-Verse. Yep, it's a good one. Let me tell you, it's a good one. We'll talk about that if you guys want to talk Spider-Verse. No problem. You're in a turkey coma? Oh boy, you know what? It is that day for turkey comas. Let me tell you, because hey, if this is not the day for turkey, then I don't know what is. Okay, so come on now, let's have a good time. Enjoy your food. Enjoy all the bits and gravies and biscuits and all you guys can have. It's gonna be a good time. But I want to first off saying thank you to anyone who has subscribed to my channel to get me to 400. I am almost at a point where I can start monetizing to apply and monetize my channel. So that's a really cool feeling to know. Started this back in May, like seriously back in May, because I always want to talk to people. I always want to interview these people, get inside their minds, what they're thinking, how they do things. And that started with Rebecca Rose back all the way in May. Backstory to that actually started back in November of October of last year when the first Owl House season 3 episode came out. Who commented? Tom, it is currently in the second quarter with the Giants and Seahawks right now. Seahawks got the ball and oh no, interception. That is an interception if I've ever seen one myself. Yeah, this Niner defense does not play around. They do not play around. We're going to jump back and forth into a lot of topics here, guys. Let me just tell you. It ain't going to be a steady pace. It ain't going to be all glitz and glamour or anything like that. It's going to be a nice, steady pace. So let me just tell you. Let's see. Thanks, Bowen. Thank you for loving my videos. I appreciate that. I know you're one of the first ones on here, so I appreciate that. Hey, no, thank you, Tom. I know you're always helping out. Hey, I know you help out way too much than you should, man. It's good that you do, because you know what? You got some good juju heading your way. I can't even talk. It's Thanksgiving, so whatever. Come at me, bro. But no, Tommy, he is a good guy. I seen you around a lot of the YouTubers' live chats when I moderate for them and help them out. You do a lot of good. You got a lot of good juju heading your way. So if there is a great beyond. I'm not saying there is or isn't. If there is, you got some good juju heading your way, my friend. But yeah, back to on topic. When I first, yep, that's you, Tom. That's you. When I first started off, I reached out to Rebecca Rose. She is a YouTuber on here who did reactions, and for number of shows like the Owl House, she was doing it for Amphibia. She started off, I believe, Steven Universe. Yes, I believe that's correct. But, I reached out to her, DM'd her, hey, I really appreciate your videos. The attention to detail that she does, the editing and everything to it is amazing. I sometimes go back to her videos just to see what I can learn, what I can pick up, little nitbits here and there. But yeah, I reached out to her right as soon as the first episode of season 3 of the Owl House dropped. I should have messaged, hey, I would like to talk to you, like to get on my channel, this and that, let's see what we can do. Unfortunately, at that time, they weren't doing any interviews because, they were still technically in season 3. You can't really talk to anybody while you're in season, because especially for only 3 episodes, because you don't know what's going to come out. You don't know what's going to be accidentally spoiled. So, that makes perfect sense. Absolutely. Then after the 3rd episode, the series finale premiered, I gave it about a week or so. I reached out again, say, hey, I don't know if you remember me. I reached back to you or connected to you back then, see if you're still maybe interested or not. Lucky enough, she was, which, kudos to her. Thank you to her. Will she ever see this? I don't know. If you are Rebecca Rose, thank you again for doing that. That's solid for me. I appreciate that so much. I don't know. I honestly don't know what the channel would be if it wasn't for that Rebecca Rose interview starting me off. Honestly, honest to God. All right, let's see. Oh, Tom, got a first question. Which do I prefer, Spider-Verse 1 or Spider-Verse 2? Ooh. I appreciate the first Spider-Verse movie, Into the Spider-Verse, because it sets up the world and establishes the rules that they're currently playing with. We got some great villains like the Kingpin, played by Liev Schreiber, who was amazing in it. And you got really cool iterations of other characters like Scorpion, which, I didn't think like a Scorpion could actually look like a mechanical Scorpion, which I thought was pretty cool aesthetic, pretty cool design and everything like that. And just the characters alone, like Miles Morales, amazing character to adapt to animation for Spider-Man. I think certain Spider-Man will do better in animation form for certain characters. I think they should really stop doing the live action movies like Craven, like Madam Web. Let's be real, let's be honest. But if we're going to go, which I prefer 1 or 2, I got to go 2 because that movie transcended not only comic book movies, but the Spider-Verse lore itself, just with everything to do with inside the Spider-Verse when they go into Miguel's world, into Nueva York, and just expanding on the Spider-Man lore itself. They literally make sure they intertwine every Spider-Man they can, whether it's from the comics, from the video games, from the animation shows, which I have to say, seeing the spectacular Spider-Man show up in that movie, that was great. That was a perfect attention to detail and paying homage and respect to every Spider-Man that came before. I think we saw the 90s Spider-Man show up. I have to watch it again. Maybe I will after we do this stream. But, that was just a great thing to see. I appreciate that so much. And it was really, really cool, really awesome. But if you're asking me which one I prefer, I gotta go Spider-Verse 2 because that's really the Empire Strikes Back of this Spider trilogy so far. And if you guys don't understand that, that's a Star Wars reference, so I hope you guys do. Let me get some water real quick. But I have to go with Spider-Verse 2 across it. So, and I can't wait for the 3rd one to come out. I really hoping they can get everything done by the end of next year. Hopefully, fingers crossed, but we'll see. Okay, Bowen had another question. What got me started doing interviews? Well, Bowen, I always have this thing of talking to people, and I always wanted to get like their point of take on a certain thing or whatever it may be, whether it be in music, sports, and TV, movie, animation, whatever it may be. I always want to talk to them because I thought I have this certain take a certain niche for trying to open up to people. And if that's one way to talk to them, just getting them to talk, that's awesome. It really started way back in 2014. It's gonna be 10 years. My really first interview is Brian Urlacher, linebacker, now Hall of Fame NFL linebacker of the Chicago Bears. And I remember that day when I went to, and this is when he was working for Fox Sports at the time, going to the Fox Studios lot, and it's just amazing. You go into that Fox Studio lot, you see a big mural of The Sound of Music, and then you see one of, I believe it's New Hope. I think it was New Hope. And if you're ever going to the Fox Studio lot, I don't know if it's still called that. Might be called different now since Disney bought them, but there's a certain point where they shoot shows, like a certain New York way or something like that. That's so obvious that you look at it again, look very closely. It's like, oh, so they did that show there. Okay, that's pretty cool to see. Nice. And I always thought that's pretty interesting. Let's see, what did Tom put in again? I love Spider-Verse 2. Yeah, Spider-Verse it's it really kicked off a year in animation because not only did we got Spider-Verse this year, we got Nimona, which, my God, how amazing was Nimona? Just flat out animation style alone, the story itself, the message it was trying to portray, fantastic. We got Elemental, which, I wasn't so keen in on Elemental because let's just say the marketing for that movie was abysmal. One of the worst marketed movies I've ever seen in my life. But, when watching it, wanting to give it a chance, and you had to say, okay, because they're coming out with this, some of the reviews really liking it, really giving it positive feedback. And then when you watch, it's like, my God, everything that they promoted about that movie is nothing that what they had. And what I mean by that is it was pretty much this love story between two people that couldn't be. And that was all in the trailers. And I kid you not, every time I will watch TV and I see a 30-second commercial for Elemental, it's the same exact one. It wasn't different from any one other. Even just the minute and a half trailers on YouTube, it was the same exact one. There was no nuance. There was no story being told. So I didn't even know what to expect. Then when I went to the theater and see it, it's like, wow, that's amazing. That was awesome. Can't believe we didn't get that. I can't believe we didn't get that in the marketing. But I'm just glad that movie did much better than it probably should have. It's really cool to see. Let's see, what did Bones say? Yeah, Brian Urlacher. Yeah, I got to say, that is one down-to-earth dude. And, just walking around that Fox Sports studio was so mind-boggling. It was amazing. I remember seeing Kirk Morrison walking by me. If you guys don't know, Kirk Morrison, longtime Raider. I'm a Raider fan, so that was near and dear to my heart. There's that point where it's like, do I go up? Should I say something? No. Back up. Don't be weird. Don't be kicked out of Fox Sports. Come on now. Don't be like that. But I've never seen him walking by the hallway. I've never seen Joe Klott, who does a lot of the Fox Sports college football games on Saturday with Gus Johnson. That was really cool to see. And I remember walking around kind of the hallway waiting for Brian Urlacher to come because we were doing the interview, I believe, with either his dressing room or just a dressing room they put certain people in to get ready. But when I was walking around, I did see Gary Payton's dressing room, which I have to say, that was pretty cool to see Gary Payton's dressing room. Didn't go in, didn't see the man or anything, but seeing the door, like, he's right, he could be right there. Just knock. What do I do? Don't do nothing. Just back up, and let him be. That's all you ask. I'm getting a lot of water during this, just to let you guys know, by the way. Let's see. Oh, okay. What did Tom say? Top 3 anime movies of the year so far: Puss in Boots, Spider-Verse, Super Mario. So, Tom, I would not put Puss in Boots in this year's category. If you barely saw it this year or it got released in your country this year, hey, that's fair game, my friend. More power to you. That's awesome. I know you're not stateside, but okay, yeah. What is my top 3? That's a good question. I gotta say, Super Mario. I didn't grow up the biggest Super Mario fan. And I remember talking to Darkrai about this. I went into that movie thinking I'm going to get the Lego movie. And I pretty much set my expectations for that level. And I kind of walked out of it. It's like, I didn't hate it. But then again, I didn't love it. It was okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's not. Is it a bad movie? Absolutely not. Is it a good movie? Not at the slightest. I mean, should I expect it to be nominated for an Academy Award? Not for Best Animation, but Best Song, Jack Black, Peaches. Are you kidding me? Come on now. I can see that man belting Peaches up and along the livelong day in Hollywood Boulevard for that song. But, I gotta go with Nimona 3, Ninja Turtles, the new one, Mutant Mayhem, which I thought that was much better than it had any right to be. Let's be real. That was really good. Ninja Turtles 2, and then obviously Spider-Man. That's number 1. That's going to be nominated for Best Picture. Just because a lot of the movies I have to back out and seeing with all the strikes and everything like that, pushing them back to next year, that definitely helps out Spider-Man chances. And I think that helps out other movies' chances of not only being nominated, but winning. But we're not going into that discussion. Not just yet, but we'll get there. Let's see. You want to see which? Tom, I've heard a lot of mixed things about Wish. And it's kind of unfortunate you're hearing a lot of mixed things about it because this was supposed to be the 100th year celebration. This was the crescendo of a century for Disney. And you're not hearing a lot of good things. Again, you're hearing the adults going into screenings, and the sensibilities and everything that these writers and directors made probably are just more geared towards a younger audience, which makes perfect sense. That's what these movies are currently made for. But sometimes you do get that overwhelming grandeur of a Disney animated movie, which, oh my God, top 10, great, amazing, fantastic. And they really haven't really put anything out like that. I mean, last year, let's talk about last year when they had, what's the movie even called? Like Strange Things? I don't remember, but they had a movie last year, Thanksgiving, and that was DOA immediately before it even came out to movie theaters. So unfortunately, Disney's really, really hurting themselves in the animation department. I think they're still reeling from the Bob Chapek era, that is. Let's see here. We'll get quick. Oh. Okay, no touchdown. Seahawks are still down 14-3. The Niners are driving. Yeah, I think this might be a blowout game, unfortunately, like the Cowboys and Commanders game, unfortunately. Oh, well. It is what it is. Let's see. Bowen, Nimona was good. I'm not going to lie. I was not expecting Nimona to be as good as it is. Again, I see a lot of people trying to hinder it at times. Like, nah, that movie is a special one. That is a special movie right there. And credit to Riz Ahmed, who I forget who's the character's name, but he did a fantastic job voicing the character. I honestly did not recognize his voice because I don't normally see him as a voice actor. I may put his face, Rogue One, Bodhi, I remember that off the top of my head, but I didn't remember his voice. But hey, that's cool, no problem. Let's see. Who is your favorite Invisible character if you have one? Ooh, Tom. I just finished watching that episode 2, the new episode, mid-season finale of season 2, episode 4. Oh my God. The easy answer is Invincible, Mark Grayson, but I won't do that. Oh God, I gotta go I'll go maybe Adam Eve. I love Adam Eve and just her drive, her determination as a character itself, because we got that little special of her, I believe a few months ago. Yeah, that was a few months ago. That was just really cool, really fun to see. Her backstory, how she gained her powers, and everyone around them. No spoilers. Oh, come on now. Don't do that to me, Tom. Don't do that to me now. No spoilers. But I'll keep the spoilers brief. I won't mention anything that happens. But I gotta go Adam Eve. I think Adam Eve they really haven't really done a lot with her when it's the Invincible show. But that kind of one-off special movie that they did. Okay, Christian McCaffrey scored a touchdown for the Niners. Sorry guys. McCaffrey touchdown Niners. What else do you expect? I mean, come on now. If you didn't put money on that, you probably lost some money. At 23, let's see if they make it. They probably will. But yeah, I think Adam Eve. I mean, there's a lot of really good characters still on the show. I can't wait to see if they explore more with Immortal. I thought he as a character is very interesting to see. Let's see here. Who else? I think here's an underrated character I don't think no one really talks about. Is Rex Splode. Now I know he's a dick. Okay, I get it. But the actor who voices him, God, he does so much amazing voice acting. I see his face and I know how his name is spelled, and I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna butcher it with all my heart, living day. So I'm not even gonna attempt it. But if you know who I'm talking about, go to like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's on there a lot. If you watch The League, he plays Ralphie on there. If you ever watch League, that's the guy I'm thinking of. But he does amazing comedy, and it's always on point. So good. The writing on the show is amazing, and it pretty much gets a lot of characters into it. Nah, Tom, I'm not gonna do that to you. I won't spoil anything for you, man. Don't worry, it's all good. Let's see, let's see who. Who we got here? Okay, yeah, no problem, no problem. Let me get some water real quick, guys. I gotta get used to doing these live streams and not rely on this kind of water jug and just get a little quick sip and that's it, no problem. Yes, Bowen, that is the actor. Jason, last name I would not say because I know I'm going to butcher it and look dumb on camera saying it. So I'm just going to avoid it. But if you guys want to know who's the actor I'm thinking of, is in the comments. Thanks to Bowen. Thank you very much for that. But if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, please shoot them in the comments down below. Let me hear you. Let me see what you guys want to see. Oh, boy. Hydration is important. It is. That's not a lie. That's going to be... Literally, it's the only thing I drink nowadays is just water. I don't drink soda. I don't drink energy drinks. I don't drink milk, orange juice, nada, just water. The only thing I do drink in substitution of water is alcohol. I don't know how much that's good for your body, but you know, I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. I'm not dead yet. So, hey, good on me, right? Hey, I hope I didn't just jinx myself, but knocked on wood. So hopefully that's my reverse of fortune right there. Let's see. Tom say J.K. Simmons is the father. I love that J.K. Simmons. Okay. I'm assuming you mean J.K. Simmons in Invincible. Yeah, you know, J.K. Simmons is a faisan when it comes to voice acting. The dude has pretty much, nowadays, if you see any Spider-Man animated show that's out there and you see J. Jonah Jameson, it's going to be J.K. Simmons. Dude could come in, read his lines, get paid a good penny, and we all enjoy it at the end. He was fantastic as Tenzin and The Legend of Korra, a show I think that's very underrated to a lot of the animation world, especially in the Avatar world, that I think people were just ready to hate on it because, oh, you're doing an Avatar show, but you're not continuing the Aang storyline, the Katara, Zuko, and everything like that. You're not continuing that, which, you know, I get it. I get it that the fans initially wanted that same core, but at the same time, you still gotta expand the world. You still gotta be, okay, why go back to that again? Let's see, there's still meat on the bone, and there's still so much meat on that Avatar bone. I truly believe the way that show is going, the way it's gonna be progressing. Don't be surprised if the new series that they put out for Avatar is caught up to modern day. I will not be surprised because let's look at it. What's the next Avatar going to be after water? Earthbender. And that's a really interesting thing to look at because if you look back then, there was Earth as itself was starting to go down, dwindling. And yet you have the Earthbenders learning metal bending, which is cool to see. But what if, can an Earthbender bend pavement? Can they bend asphalt? I'm assuming yes, they're all made of rocks and everything, but maybe not. I don't know what the precise science of that is, and that's a struggle for an Earthbender to see if they can overcome that in this day and age, because I do think the next Avatar series will be in modern day with an Earthbender, which that'll be very interesting to see. I can't wait to see that. Again, speculating. I'm not saying that they are or not, but you never know. You never know. Yep, J.K. Simmons is phenomenal. That man is a legend. I mean, go back to his Academy Award winning movie Whiplash. My God, the dude was he hit on all cylinders. Just being the villain of that movie, playing off Miles Teller, who now is just coming back a resurgence ever since that Fantastic Four debacle. Which you guys want to talk Fantastic Four, new casting and all that, we can, but just, you know, keep our expectations to a minimum. You know, nothing's been confirmed. But yeah, J.K. Simmons, he's like he's one of the actors that could blend with mainstream media and geek culture very, very seamlessly. Not a lot of actors can. And then again, it's just the love that he does. He loves doing it. Other people just like, nah, I'm either getting paid or I'm not going to do it, which, hey, to each your own. You do what you got to do. Makes sense. But it is what it is. Okay. If you could live in a cartoon world, where would you live? Ooh, good question. Good question there, Tom. You know, recency bias. You would say, "Oh, Boiling Owl is Owl House," but or Amphibia and the entire Amphibia show. But you know, I'm not gonna go with recency bias. I'm gonna really think outside the box on that one here. Let's see. You know, I was just watching a video about this. Let's go to the world of Ed, Ann, and Eddie. And let me just say why. Because if you go to that world, you pretty much can bend the laws of physics every which way you can. Because you can literally stretch your arm like a freaking rope, explode your head to where you need to use as a whoopee cushion or anything like that. There are no rules. Pretty much, I don't think anyone can die in that world. Let's be real. Let's be real about this. Please tell me if someone's died on that show, and you would call me a liar. I don't think anyone can. I don't think anyone will. That's just my opinion, though. But if I have to pick, maybe that world. Just if I have to live as a normal person doing everyday things, everyday life, obviously I would go that. But I don't know if we're gonna have fun with this. Let's see. Maybe maybe the world of Vox Machina, because you get to use magic. You get to hang out with a bunch of creatures that are kind of cool. Every now and then you get to see the Scanlons of the world playing some music. Yeah, I love hearing music. That's not bad. Let's see. What did Tom say? World of Remnant from Ruby. Okay, that's not a bad choice. I don't know much about Ruby. I'm kind of like, when I see them doing the crossover with DC Justice League, I kind of got a little more not into it, but a little more familiar with the characters. So I'm not going in too blind. But okay, that is, I'm familiar with it and how they, the dynamics and structure of it. And that's not a bad choice. That's not a bad choice. Yeah, good on you, Tom. Not a bad one. Let's see here. Ooh. Okay, so interesting right here. They're playing a trailer for that new Zack Snyder movie, Rebel Moon, which I have to say, Zack Snyder movies to a point can really get you excited because he is such a visionary director. And then let me put it to you like this. I love George Lucas. I think he's a godfather in filmmaking. He has done things that without him, there'll be not a lot of films today. But he's a very visual director, which what I mean by that is he doesn't really work hands-on with actors when it comes to their lines or emotions or anything like that. Zack Snyder is a little bit of the same, but he ups his visuals to an 11. It goes up to 10, and Zack Snyder says, "Nah, let's double that up even more." And I gotta get a little bit excited for that, especially if he's playing with his own little sandbox like that. And we all have opinions on Batman versus Superman. The theatrical version, obviously not the best. If you do see the Ultimate Edition, I think that's the more superior movie because they do get a full length 1, 2, 3 act story in that, which makes it look much better. And let me just say, his version of Justice League was magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Does it really, at the same time, is it a downfall for Warner Brothers and everything like that? Yeah, probably should have been put out, but it is what it is. We got it, and am I upset that we have it? No, I'm not upset because we get to see it. Do I think maybe they might take it down? I wouldn't be surprised. I will not be surprised if Warner Brothers decides to cut their losses on that one. But who knows? Well, Warner Brothers nowadays, David Zaslav is kind of being a Neanderthal over there when it comes to certain decisions. But let's see how that plays out. Let's see. Well, Tom asking me thoughts on the Marvels. Okay, I know it's the cool thing to do is go on and bash the Marvels. Marvel has lost their way. They're putting all women. They're woke. No. The Marvels. Is it a bad movie? In the slightest. I mean, I'm not going to put it up on the ranks of a Winter Soldier, of an Iron Man, of a Black Panther, of Civil War. I think that's a top 5 Marvel movie. But, there's the writing of this movie does not help any of the characters at all. And won't go into spoilers about it, but there's a certain thing there's a certain point in this movie where it just goes every which way but right, and we get a resolution with certain characters in which there needed to be a little more than just a 30-second conversation, and it's all squashed and whatever it's done, which that kind of pretty much undercuts everything that was leading up to that. So I'm gonna say this: Iman Vellani is a gem. She is amazing as Miss Marvel. Please, for the love of God, let's protect that little angel as much as we can. She needs to be playing Miss Marvel. I think she was one of the standouts in that movie. Tiana Paris, I see a lot of people giving her hate on the movie too. Again, I don't put that on her. I put that on the script that was presented towards her. And again, is what it is. I thought she did an admirable job in that movie. Let's see. And Brie Larson, she is an Academy Award winning actress. Nothing more, nothing less. You can't really hate on an Academy Award winning actress. She's gonna bring it every time. Again, I don't think they're getting not the best writers, but not the right writers on this show. And let's see, what did Tom say? I'm gonna hold off if Bowman hasn't seen the Marvels. If anyone else on here hasn't seen Marvels, I'm gonna hold off on spoilers just for maybe. Let's give it a few more minutes, and I'll do spoilers. Okay, how about that? Maybe another minute or two. I'll give my 2 cents out. Yeah, I don't think Marvel has been hitting the notes on writing lately, really, because I know we can complain about Sam Raimi as director of Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange. He is one of the downfalls in that movie. I'll say that. We could say it's this director's fault. It's this producer's fault. It's this actor who decided to jump ship. But it also comes down to the writing too, and I don't think they've gotten some of the best writing on that movie. Again, it's hard to write a movie. I absolutely understand that, especially for a Marvel movie. But if we go back to past successes that they've had, I think the first Captain Marvel movie was a much better script than this second one. And just any other movie besides that, they have the track record of putting out great content. They just need to put it all together nowadays, because they're still reeling the effects of, Chapek and his idiocy of, we need 10 shows at once, and we need 5 movies at the same time too. Do all that, Kevin Feige, while at the same time you can't make any decisions creatively. How is someone supposed to work like that? Come on. Sorry for the silence there, guys. I was reading something. Yeah, of course. It's been a real fun and blast getting to know you, Tom, on the Discords. Mostly on Morgan Terry. If you guys don't know, one of the YouTubers out there they have been killing it. I talked to them. When I first talked to them, it was a blast. And it's just me. I get nervous when I talk to certain people who have some clout. They'll tell you they have no clout or nothing, but let me just say, you got to a certain point on YouTube where you can kind of peacock a little bit, put your chest out, it's like, hey, what's up? Not in a shove in your face sort of way, but in a way where okay, you know what? They've been in this game for a bit. They know what they're doing. I can't say I gotta bring it, but I gotta kind of match their level. If you guys understand what I'm saying. And oh boy, what's going on here? We got a fumble, turnover. What's happening? Oh, come on. Yeah, I think this is going to be a blowout for the Niners. And you know what? The Seahawks are they're kind of like the Steelers this year. They have a winning record, but the record does not represent their team. They're 6-4 now, but I remember them getting blown out by the Ravens a couple weeks ago, which maybe that's the true extent of their play. But yeah, I think the Niners, they started off as world killers in the beginning of the year, had a little bit of a slump since when Trent Williams and Debo went out, their offense couldn't really produce. But since those boys came back, this seems dangerous. This is still a dangerous team. I can see the Eagles slipping a little bit during the year, where the Niners can steal that first spot and get a home field advantage. Do I see the Cowboys going up long ways against this Niners team? No, they've proven that they cannot. That defense has bullied Dak Prescott into oblivion. Can I see them going toe to toe with the Eagles? Yeah, Brock Purdy can stay healthy, absolutely. Because they all want to say Brock Purdy ain't a elite quarterback. If he can get him to the NFC Championship game again, you gotta put him in the top tier quarterbacks. Let's see, Tom. What do you say? Yeah, Santa Tom. You do give a lot. You and Robbie, you guys give a lot to those reactors. To Morgan, to Moscow, to Elijah, the not so average fangirl. You guys do a lot. You're the ones that keep it running, keep those channels, keep them pumping, keep them going, keep the Discord up, because that helps that out too as well. Do I get passionate when you watch your team? Oh yeah, Tom, you have no idea how passionate I get about my teams. When it's the Dodgers, when it's the Lakers, when it's the Raiders, when it's the USC Trojans, I get very passionate. I'm one of those fans where I can scream to the top of my lungs when they're doing something great, when they're doing something terrible. If we lose a big game that's important and means something, I will go in a cave, I will hide out, and I will just be like, come on, why? I'm not one of those kind of fan. But again, I'm also the kind of sports fan, where I'm not going to let my team dictate everything. There are certain exceptions, and I'll give you this. Last year, when the Dodgers lost to the Padres in the playoffs, I will not root for the Padres. You cannot pay me enough. You cannot do anything enough to make me root for the Padres. Absolutely not. If it was the Padres and Astros in the World Series last year, I'm not going to watch the game, because I hate the Astros for numerous reasons. And if anyone on here is a sports fan, know why the Astros are the absolute garbage organization in sports today, you understand. They stole a championship from us. I'm just saying. They stole it. Yeah, they stole it from us. And fair enough, they stole it from the Yankees. They stole a LA-New York World Series game in this modern day. So, yeah. F the Houston Astros. They can suck it. Get some water real quick. Yeah. So, again, as you can see, Tom, I get very passionate about sports. I really do. It's a fun time. And I know a lot of people, they don't understand. They don't get sports. It's a bunch of big, dumb men playing a children's sport. And that's a fair point. That's an absolutely fair point. But, it is that it's that escapism that we all need. Like how some people, they read a book, whether any genre it may be. It may be a fictional, not fictional, adventure, fantasy, whatever it may be, biography book. You need that escapism from the real world to kind of get your head set, keep you grounded, and not go completely bonkers, completely insane. Because I have seen stress just taking over people into extent where, damn, dude, just take a breath, relax, get some mimosas in you, get some, eat a cookie, you'll be fine. Don't let it dictate your whole life. That I've seen that before, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Let's see. What do you do? You watch international sports and mainly watch esports. Okay. Esports is whatever floats your boat, man. Whatever's cool with you. If esports is your thing, that's your thing. That's all cool. No harm, no foul. I can't really get into esports, unfortunately. Not that because, it's not real, I'm not going to watch this. It's like, it's hard to watch people play a game. And then again, sometimes we do that on YouTube, because I remember watching Up, Up, Down, Down with Austin Creed and him and his wrestling friends just playing video games. And you get intense and you get into it and everything, and it's fun. And maybe that's the difference. It's more secluded. It's more down to earth, and it's not so big, grand, and this whole spectacle. It's just, a bunch of normal people being themselves, having a good time. Because when you see those esports things, I do think they're playing a character on TV. They are themselves to a degree, but I think maybe that's why I haven't really gotten. Maybe I'll try I'll try again, see it, and see if it's different now. I know probably it's much different game nowadays, but it is what it is. Let's see, what's a book I want kids these days? I don't really understand the question there, my friend Tom. Let's see. Kids these. Oh, what's a book I want? What's a book I want kids these days? Ask. Try that again, Tom. I'm probably not reading it right. I'm a kind of dum dum, but try that again. Let's rewind, run it back, and hit me back up again with that. But it's been kind of an interesting week. It really has. We got a lot of Superman legacy news. We finally got our Lex Luthor, which Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. Are you freaking kidding me? What a fantastic choice! And the dude has been like circling these roles for such a long time. I think he was up for Superman, and then they gave it to Cornsweat, which I'm gonna give the guy a chance. Why wouldn't we give the guy the chance? I mean, we gave Henry Cavill a chance, and look at that. He's probably one of the best Supermans that we ever had, and unfortunately, we're never gonna see that again. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But we should give Cornsweat a chance. I am looking forward to Holt being Lex Luthor. He was also, I believe, he was also up for Batman, the Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves Batman, which, that would have been really interesting to see if he would have gotten it. But I think Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, it's going to be fun. They're going to have so much to play with because he's such. I remember hearing this on a podcast. He is a leading man stuck in a character actor's body. I think that's how it's portrayed. We'll probably have to listen to that again. But he's such a good actor. I mean, he was one of the best parts in the new X-Men movies as Beast, as Hank McCoy. His version of Beast was very different than Kelsey Grammer's, but I appreciate it. It was still fun, still new. And I remember hearing Jeff Snyder on the hot mic with John Roca talking about, yeah, that's cool. We got Nicholas Hoult. Yeah, that's nice and all, but they need heavy hitters. They need more big names on this cast. And that is fair. That is 100% fair. David Cornsweat is new. He doesn't really have much on his belt. Rachel Brosnahan just had the one Amazon show. Oh man, I'm forgetting what it was. It's a comedy. Put in the comments if you guys know what I'm talking about. Rachel Brosnahan, who's playing Lois Lane. Didn't really have much under her belt. And we also got, kind of like Nathan Fillion playing Guy Gardner, which I think that's amazing. Another actor who was from the X-Men movies, the First Class, playing Mr. Terrific. That's great. We got Noah Hank as who is he playing again? Metamorpho, which that makes sense too as well. That's pretty cool. What would you Tom say? Oh, Tom, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. It's all Gucci, no problem. It's all good. Don't worry about it. You're good. You're fine. But I think for positions like a Perry White, Ma and Pa Kent, they gotta go heavy hitter actors. I did see this one thing of Kurt Russell auditioning, or they're looking to have him read the role for Pa Kent, which I think that would be a really interesting thing to see. That'd be really cool. I'm seeing Michael Rooker's name being tossed around as General Lane, Lois's dad, which, that works too. I mean, he's one of James Gunn's buddies. He's going to have a job as long as James Gunn's around casting. So good on him for that. Let's see here. Oh, what did Bowen say? Yeah, I am a USC fan. You know what? This wasn't a banner year for us. We started off very strong, very hot, but unfortunately our defense was our downfall. That was our kryptonite. And to a lesser extent, the offensive line was really barely holding up as it was. I think our skills players were by far some of the best in the nation that we had. Obviously, if you got a guy like Caleb Williams, you're going to be competing and competing in games left and right. They did a little bit for Oregon, and then Oregon just ran away. We should have won the game against Utah. We should not have been blown out by Notre Dame. We should not have been blown out by UCLA, but at that point, the writing was on the wall. They knew At most, what's gonna happen? We're probably gonna get a Holiday Bowl berth, maybe not Holiday Bowl, maybe the Vegas Bowl, maybe that, maybe the LA Bowl. I don't know, but maybe I think USC they held on to that defensive coordinator for way too long, hoping he can turn it around. He did not. He couldn't. And yeah, that was a downfall on them. They couldn't get over the hump. They couldn't get over themselves defensively. They shot themselves in the first coverage rides, letting teams like Arizona, which, looking back on it now, they're in the spot that they're in deservedly. But at that point, at that time, should not have been a close game as it should have, unfortunately. And, they're just, again, losing the teams that we should not have been losing. We should have beat Utah. I don't know why we pretty much gave up against UCLA. That if you watch that game, you can see. But yeah, let's see what happens to USC in the Big Ten. I hope some things will be different. I hope we get a much more defensive mind in that department. Hopefully a Jack Del Rio kind of a coach that can really change it around for them defensively. Do I see Caleb Williams staying another year? I mean, it depends. It all depends on whether or not who's the number one pick. I mean, now I don't see the Broncos being the first pick. Now they're starting to move things around on the positive side for them. Oh, do I see him probably going to Chicago? They still have Justin Fields, and teams nowadays are just so NFL teams are just so ready to cut loose and go for what's new and shiny, and who knows if that will work out. It kind of hasn't for the Cardinals. I remember they drafted Josh Rosen but first round 1 year, and then they drafted Kyle Murray, the first round pick next year. Oh wow, okay. Seahawks went for a field goal and they just missed it. Oh boy, 24-3 at halftime. This might be not a good Thanksgiving night for the Birds up in the Northwest, unfortunately. But I do see Caleb Williams probably staying another year, depending on who gets number one pick. If that's Chicago, I don't see him coming out in the draft. I think he'll stay in USC one more year. Or he just, he might not play. He might not play and just, protect his body, protect his worth. And that's the more business sense thing to do nowadays. Why not? I know most players will get criticized for that, but is it about protecting your interests or is it about playing the game? Because now your body is also an investment that is worth millions of dollars that people are investing. So, I mean, who knows? It really just depends on who gets that first pick. Okay, let's see. What did Tom say? Tom put in another thing. The only sport I watch is rugby and the Olympics every 4 years. Hey, let me just tell you, rugby is a killer of a sport, man. I give kudos and credit to anyone and everyone who plays that sport. I see all the Samoans, I see all the Tongans go in there and just pretty much make it a bloodbath. That is such a physical sport. And let me just put in, and for anyone who's watching knows football, it's nothing but linebackers on that team. The body-wise, the everything like that. Let's see. You don't have am I not going through on your side there? Tom's saying he can't understand what I'm saying. Can you understand what I'm saying now? How does that sound? Am I okay? Am I better? Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, rugby is such a physical, demanding sport. Yeah, I know bowling. It is underrated to a T. I think probably because it hasn't been more stateside wise. Maybe just because of the brutality. Bowen, you can hear me? Okay, cool. Thanks, Bowen. Thank you, Bowen. Just maybe the brutality wise of the sports is maybe why it's not marketed as well state wise. I could be wrong. This could be another many of other factors, but watching rugby, watching that in the Olympics, every now and then there's no like football, hockey, baseball, basketball on you. You get curious to see what other sports is on. Let's see what's out there, and rugby. Okay, let's take a look and watch, and that's a killer. Those Samoans and Tongans and every other islander that plays it, I'd be more afraid playing them than any other European. Let me just tell you, Let me just tell you. Let's see. Ah, okay. That's what you mean, Tom. Hey, it's cool. It's cool, Tom. No worries. Hey, you're not a big NFL fan. That's fine. Hey, not a lot of people are, and it's just totally cool. Is what it is. But yeah. Oh wow, 50 minutes. 50 minutes in. It hasn't felt like 50 minutes. I guess when you're just talking and talking and talking, you just time just flies by like that. Yeah, that's a really interesting thing for me to learn on. I guess when doing these live streams, just enjoying the conversation, enjoying the time with you guys here. And let's see, yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, please let me know in the comment section below. If there's a certain topic and movie news, TV news, if you guys want to talk Squid Game, I just recently binge watched the whole Squid Game challenge, the first part. Man, let me tell you, that is such a it's very strategic what they did on that show. They make sure to not keep it so close to the actual show that they put out a couple years ago. They did a very smart thing. They did certain things where players were expecting one challenge, one game to follow this way, and then boom, they literally changed the script and go in a different direction. Which really it's still kept in the spirit and the sense of Squid Game in the show. Let's see. Rugby is basically NFL, but rugby players don't wear armor. Very much so. That is true. That is true. And then again, you can say they make them tougher, or either they makes them tougher, or they're not. Could they handle the NFL? Could they handle be hit by another man that size at 50 miles an hour? Because if you look at it, and doctors have said getting hit in the NFL is like getting hit by like a semi truck. Sometimes, just depending on how strong the other person is, how fast they're going, the velocity. It's a lot of physics to it. So yeah, those dudes, for the physicality that they do, much respect to them, I have to say, very much so. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking of this live stream. I know there's only just a few, which that's fine. I'm nobody on YouTube. I only have 400 subscribers. I get it. It's totally fine. It's okay. We're building. We're climbing. We're thriving. We're rising. It's okay. I'm not going to sweat about it. I know other people will just be like, no, why? Why can't I get more people? Why do I have to do? What do I have to sell? I'm not going to panic. It's okay. I'm just going to let it flow. I'm just going to let it be what it be. Let it is what it is. And, I'm just going to be here talking for, maybe for another, let's see, where we at time-wise? Let's go another 10 minutes. Why not? Let's go another 10 minutes. I think in a good hour is a good sweet spot to do this for, like, the few people that we have here. If there's anyone else that's out there that wants to ask a question, please do so. I would love to, start a conversation when we go past the 10 minutes, maybe. All depends on the question that you ask. Good old Tom, bringing in another one. I'm just watching Scott Pilgrim Netflix show at the moment. Oh, nice. Okay, I hope you enjoy it, man. It's depending on what episode you're on. If you just started, let me just tell you, it is not. They do not follow the movie one bit. They do a very good job on telling its own story, its own narrative, and the way they go is amazing. It's so fun. Animation wise is it's magnificent, and going back to see what they did in the comics, they made sure they pay homage to the comics. It's very close to it. And let me just say, the voice acting alone is amazing. The actress who plays Ramona, I'm forgetting her name. I forget a lot of names sometimes when I'm on the spot, but Michael Cera, Scott Pilgrim is amazing. I don't know why he doesn't do more voice acting. The dude is so good. It makes you think, why does he not do this more often? Let's see. What did you say, Tom? You didn't do. It really depends. Really depends on the time. Really depends on the day. If I can do more of these, will I make it a once a week sort of thing? Maybe. I could see me doing once a week live stream. Maybe once every 2 weeks. It really just depends. I think the more I grow, the more people get a notice of me, the more I can start doing this. So I thought, if I get to 400, I'll do a live stream, just me talking to everyone who's on here. If they get the ping, that's great. Then join, have fun, join the conversation. If not, totally fine. But once we get more growth behind me, once we start seeing the numbers rise, I'll really consider doing more of these because I think it's cool. It's fun to talk to you guys. It's more fun to grow this community. I know. Honestly, it's just community of one, honestly, or just a few. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. But, it starts, it's like they said, snowflake can start an avalanche, and we got to get that avalanche snowballing. Let's see. Bowen, you having fun? I'm glad you're having fun, man. I really like it. Let's see. One last question. Doesn't have to be the last question. Maybe if you got another one under your belt, this depends. Let's see where it goes. Let's see. What would you say? Forward to coming this year. Are you talking about for the rest of this year or next year, Tom? Be a little more specific on that question. But if we're talking about 2023, let me just do a rundown on what's left of this year because we only got 1 month left. So let's see. Movies in December 2023. Let's see what we got left. We got Aquaman. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not really having high hopes on Aquaman. That could be a whole nother stream. Let's be real about that. That's a whole other stream we can have a discussion about. They're doing another Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie. Okay, sure. Why not? Those movies make a certain amount of money. That helps them out. Sure. Let's see. December movies. The Boy and the Heron. Oh, Miyazaki film. I believe that's Miyazaki, but we got Studio Ghibli. We got Godzilla -1. Okay, I take that back. Godzilla -1. I am so looking forward to because I think we need the original creators outside of America-made Godzilla movies and the Japanese-made ones. Oh, whew. God, I can't wait to see that one. That one's going to be a good one. Oh, man. Oh, it's 2024. Okay. Thank you, Tom. So, one movie I'm really looking forward to, which should have been out already, should have been out 2 weeks ago, was Dune Part 2. But now we're getting that in, what was that, March? Yeah, we're getting that in March. So that's, you know what, that's cool. That's fine. It's in my birthday month. That's something to look forward to for me to have fun. And oh man, God, if Dune 2 was released this year, that had a good argument for Best Picture in the Oscars, Best Director, a lot of the visuals like Lord of the Rings did that 1 year, even Dune itself, respectively, that 1 year they had. Let's see, what did Tom say? I can't wait for What If Season 2 next month. Dude, you got me right there, man. Season 2 of What If. I kind of like it how they're doing an episode a day leading up until like the new year. That's kind of a new way to do it. I know they're looking at new ways to trying to get buzz and attention for their shows. And maybe that works. Maybe that works better than dumping it all in one day, better than the week to week basis of certain shows. But let's hope. Let's see. I'm excited to see the 1988 Avengers team. I can't wait to see what if Odin and Hela got the 10 rings. That would be a fun one. Let's see. Ooh, what's this? Gotta get going, but have a great rest of the day. Thank you, Bowen. Thank you for joining me for this stream. It was fun having you with your questions and all that. Just enjoying the conversation, having fun. And it's gonna be your birthday. That's right, Tom. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Tom. Happy freaking birthday, man. You deserve it. You have a good one. Make sure you remember it. Depending on how you like to do your birthdays. I don't know, man. That's all you. How you do it over there in the UK. Let me know if it's a good one or not. What if it's your favorite Marvel TV show? Hey, good on you, man. That is a good one. I think season 1. I believe COVID really not hurt season 1, but I do know it was supposed to be 10 episode season for What If, but COVID really pushed one of the episodes back just because I think they just ran out of time, or either they ran out of time or they couldn't get enough on the script or animation for one of the episodes. I believe it's the episode of how to Ahsoka beat Thanos on Sakaar, or Tony Stark gets to Sakaar with the Grandmaster, something like that. Because we see Gamora showing up at the very end of season 1, just out of nowhere. It's, there's Gamora in the Thanos suit. Okay, sure. But, I'm starting to yawn. I might be done here, folks. I don't know. Talking for an hour now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to season 2 of What If. Should be a good time. Should be a blast. Should we expect a lot of the same voices to be back who play their characters? I wouldn't hold my breath, especially now. I mean, who knows? Can't imagine them being too expensive to come in to record some lines, but is what it is. Let me know, what was your favorite episode of What If, Tom? Let me know in the comment section. What was your favorite one? Let me know in there. Yeah, they're introducing a new character in season 2. A Native American character, I believe. Oh, God. I can't remember the name, but I believe the new character they're going to introduce in that show will have ramifications or will be affected in Echo, because it is a Native American character. I wonder how that all plays in. Or if not, I don't know. We were hoping What If was going to be more intricate, more included when we saw Doctor Strange came out last year with Strange Supreme. We all figured that was him from What If and everything, but that wasn't. That was just completely different Doctor Strange that kind of went mad and just, went bonkers. That's so much. Multiverse of Madness had so much potential coming off the heels of a great show like WandaVision, and coming off some good content and lore for Doctor Strange and What If, and for Sam Raimi to literally just ignore all that and just go his own way, which I respect. Every director's got to direct their own movie, but you got some pieces of the puzzle, you fit them in right, you got a masterpiece. But you decided to ignore that, go your own way, and that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm not Sam Raimi. I'm not paid millions of dollars to direct. We're just normal people critiquing a movie that we hope to enjoy better, but unfortunately we didn't get that love or appreciation for it, which it is what it is. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. You know what? I might be shutting it down probably in the next minute or so. If you guys got any more questions, let me know. I'm gonna talk. Well, I'd love to talk them real quick with you. Love so much. Well, you love it so much, you can't. Hey, you know what? Hey, the whole season's your favorite, Tom. That is totally fair, totally fine to say. That's totally cool. And you know what? We might just end it there. Thank you, everyone and anyone who showed up. I appreciate it. If you guys, please make sure you go to the description below. All my Twitter, Instagram, social media handles will be there for you guys to follow me. I'm still trying to get the hang of this, the whole speech and whatnot. Please bear with me. I'm still fresh. I'm still a baby in this. Okay, come on. I know I'm not got no baby face. I got some facial hair in here, but just bear with me. Okay, I'm trying. But yeah, if you guys want to follow me on all my social medias, all my handles will be in the description below for you as well. Well, let's see here. I'll see you later. Let's see you in the Discord. See you in more discussions there, Tom. And let's see here. If you guys, please, if you can, hit like on this live stream. You guys want to come back later to watch what we discuss, please. It'll be here for you. It's a fun time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you hit like on the video. Subscribe to my channel, Sam Macias. I guarantee if you type in Sam and type in Macias, Mecias, I'm the first one that shows up. You don't believe me? Go ahead and do it. If I'm lying, I'll send you a Canadian penny. You don't believe me? I've done it before. I didn't do it before. It's kind of a running joke. But nevertheless, make sure you hit like, subscribe to my channel, Sam Macias. Help me out. We're so close to getting our next goal, 500, which be the next step. That's our next step, 500. Let's get to 500. Come on. I know we can. Let's get your boy monetized. Let's get your boy on the next step. Come on. I know I can. I know you guys, some people enjoy me. For some reason, people watch. And that's cool. That's fine. I'm glad you guys are having a good time. So let's help me out, because when you help me out, I'll help you out. That's how it works here. And with all that being said, until next time.